Middle Ages Today, in this issue. Who will get €20,000 from the First Class HMB Tournaments Foundation? Training in armour, how do the masters do it? And what kind of tournaments do Iron Ladies prefer? Breaking. The results of the First Class HMB Tournaments Foundation tender should be announced soon. €20,000 will be divided among the winners. The aim of this project is not only to support and develop some specific tournaments, but also to assist the globalization of HMB tournaments. As explained in an interview with HMBIA, more than 10 applications have been submitted. Men's Health Journal promotes HMB sport. This month's edition promises to include a report on the men of medieval combat, a full contact melee. The authors travel to New Mexico to meet Iron Men, train with them, and understand why they put their limbs on the line in a sport that suffered more than its fair share of fatalities. The article is modestly titled, The Real Game of Thrones. The largest company that runs MMA fights among professionals, M1 Global, has also taken notice of HMB sport, and they've already held 3 HMB fights within their events in Russia.
Stop!
At the end of last year, there were 2 captains' summits for the 2 largest HMB World Championships, the Battle of the Nations and the IMCF World Cup. Finally, we now know the venues and dates for both championships. It's going to be a very hot start to May. The HMB community isn't even considering an end to discussions about the Dynamo Cup. This is one of the main 5 versus 5 events, and it's growing every year. This year it became hugely international. Moscow welcomed a record number of teams. Among newcomers to the tournament were participants from Argentina, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, Israel, Latvia, Poland, Spain, and the UK. Workshop. The Italian team has shared a video of a seminar on historical fencing. 5-time triathlon champion Sergei Ukolov held a workshop in Milan. Top themes included movement techniques during combat, defense, stance, punch combinations with bastard sword and buckler. But Italian fighters are mostly interested in how to work in melee and how to use clinches. Everyone could take part in the driving range and sparring with Ukolov.
From this position.
The winners of the Battle of the Nations in the category 5 versus 5 and 21 versus 21 Russian athletes shared their experience of tactical constructions, focusing on technical training with a halberd, wrestling techniques, and physical training. The fighters also experienced sparring with the Russians. The workshop was absolutely free for all HMB sportsmen. Each participant of the workshop got a personal ID card. In future issues, you will find out what kind of benefits the owners of the cards will receive. American fighters decided to use a professional approach during the preparation of the workshop. They invented the Knights Hall and conducted training online. World champion gold medalist J.T. Brooks Sr. aimed to explore the best possible ways to motivate, train, and educate combatants and grow the sport of armored combat in America. The workout was located in New Hampshire. There, folks believe that fitness is a key that will build a better fighter from the ground up. Strength and stamina, along with a healthy mind and body, are important factors when you're working to become the best armored combatant you can be. On next, what kind of tournaments do ladies prefer? Now we'll talk about the events that have already passed and those that are coming up. The most spectacular was probably the Riddle of Steel in Florida, USA. The fights were held in categories 1 versus 1 and 3 versus 3. The first Austrian HMB soft sword tournament took place in Vienna. The organisers positioned it as open for all HMB athletes and enthusiasts, all nationalities, without age limits. The tournament was held in the category 1 versus 1, sword and shield. In New Hampshire, in the USA, the Tournament of the Cross was held in categories 3 versus 3, sword and shield, and the Tournament of Prowess. And now about the calendar of tournaments in January. On January 17th, the third tournament of the Polish League of Medieval Combat will be held. On January the 22nd, Israel Challenge by version WMFC. January the 24th, in Germany, will see the King Red Bad Challenge. And on January the 31st, the Rise of the Knights 3 is also planned in Germany. One of the most anticipated tournaments of the year. Women's League. The most discussed topic among girls in armour: where are they going to go? Which World Championship should they attend? Fortunately, they have time for both. It's only 450 miles and 4 days to arrive from Malbork to Prague. Girls are thinking. As you know, they like to take part in Buhurts, but men don't like to fight against them. The IMCF World Cup offers the category 3 versus 3 for girls. Botzen organisers introduced a new women's category, and it's all versus all. Good deal, the girls said, and now they're thinking even more. Today in the top, twin brothers. It looks like Hollywood is making their famous characters out of these HMB fighters. Although Dr. House is far from our sport and reenactment, this character is in 3rd place in our ranking. And his prototype is none other than Captain Zorik, member of the US national team. Let's admit, it's the same face. 2nd place goes to the hero of the legendary series Vikings, the blue-eyed Ragnar Lothbrok. Does not live in Scandinavia, but in the Alps area. He's a member of the Austrian national team. Meet our homegrown Jarl. His name is Joris Alexander Moritz. By the way, let us know if there are clones of famous TV character heroes amongst your friends. We will tell the world about them. And the winner of our rating is the brutal and not fully disclosed character from Game of Thrones, the Hound. So who is the prototype of such a complex character? Thinking hard? Are you confused? Are you shuffling through the faces of your friends and acquaintances in your memory? Well, ripping off the masks? Italian fighter Sergio Quattrini is our winner. That's all for today. We'll meet you in 2 weeks.